Okay, so this is a quick screencast on using Doctopus add-on in Google Sheets and then the Goobric extension. And this is how you grade things electronically that attaches a rubric to each electronic assessment that you give through Google Classroom. So first, you always have to open in Google Spreadsheet. So I am already in Google Spreadsheet, so I'm going to name this. This will be my period 2 class, and I am grading my courage essays. So this is what I'll name this. Once I've done that and I've named the Google Sheet, you want to go to add-on, which Kelly has been talking about. As you can see, I've already added Doctopus. If you have not, then you want to click Get Add-on and type in Doctopus and install it. And so once it's installed, you go to the add-on tab, click Doctopus, and launch. And this takes a couple seconds to open up. Once it opens up, you will see to the right here, Doctopus, and I want to select my roster. So I want to ingest an assignment from Google Classroom. The nice adjustment with this add-on is that it now links to and is connected to Google Classroom. So I want to click ingest a Google Classroom assignment, and then I want to select my class, and as I said, it's period 2. And then I want to click the assignment. So you have to make it as an assignment, not an announcement on Google Classroom, but you actually have to make it an assignment. And so I want to grade the final courage essay. So once it's doing that, here I have one because it does take a couple seconds for that to happen. As you can see, once that's happened, it has ingested all of my students' names, and then it's put a link to their work. Okay, so once I've done that, I want to Doctopus here. So Doctopus is kind of like an octopus because it's pulling things from different ways to merge it all together is essentially what this does. So once that happens, I want to attach a Goobric or a rubric to each assignment. So you want to click Attach Goobric, and you need to install the Goobric extension. So it says Goobric Chrome extension is required for rubric brace here. I want to click to install it. If I've got it already, which I do, don't worry about it. But here you're going to want to install the extension. And if you ever want to know how to install extensions or apps, I always tell the kids it's down here, this little waffle. You can click there and go to the Chrome Web Store. But I already have it, so I want to pull, I already have the Goobric extension up here. So I want to pull a Google spreadsheet. The rubrics that you attach to your assignments always have to be in a Google Sheet. So I went ahead and typed in the LA rubric in a Google Sheet. So I want to select my spreadsheet from my drive. And up here I want to search, it's called ELA rubric, Courage ELA rubric is what I used. So now it is taking my rubric that I took from the language arts curriculum, and I put it into a Google Sheet previously, and now I want to attach this rubric. Okay, so the rubric loaded, and here you can see that it's attached. It says ELA rubric generic because that's what I named it. So now when I'm ready to start grading these students' essays, I click on the link here, and I open the essay, and here you can see it's Stephen Francisco's, and this is his courage essay. And so now that I want to attach the rubric, you click on the Goobric extension that you already installed from the web store down here, and it'll have like a little eyeball here once you've installed it. And once I do that, you can see that here is my rubric. Okay, I have a reading score, a writing score, an organization for writing, and a language score. So as I read through his essay, I can read and just see how he does, and I feel, okay, reading, it's out of in language arts, our rubric's a 4-point rubric. So for reading, I'm going to give it a 3. For writing, he will get a 2. For his organization, he'll get a 2. Language clarity, a 2, and then language conventions, a 3. So once I'm done, and if I want to add any comments, I could say, Stephen, you need more transition words to help the flow of your writing piece. So once I feel I have enough comments, I've given a score in each category, I hit submit. And when I submit this, it's going to attach a rubric at the bottom for Stephen whenever he gets his essay. So if you look down here, oh, it moved me right directly to the next person. Okay, when Stephen opens that back up, and I'll show it to you here in a second, his rubric will be attached. So the loveliness of this, when I hit submit, it's going to the next person in my classroom, which is Abner Benavides. So here's his essay, and I go through and each one give a score, and then I hit submit. Okay, so that's essentially how it works. So if I go back here to my Google Sheets, if I open up Stephen Francisco's, so you should be able to see that it attached the rubric at the bottom, and it shades in the color that he got. So for reading comprehension on that category, he got a 3. For writing and development of ideas, he got a 2, and so forth. And then it also attaches the comments at the bottom. So it's a nice way to, because previously I would grade essays and hand back a printed rubric. Now it attaches it to the bottom. So to recap, you need Doctopus. This all has to be done in Google Sheets. You need the add-on Doctopus. And then you also need to go to your web store down here. Go to web store, and you want to type in Goobric. And this extension, this is what it looks like. It's like a little eyeball. And once you can see, I already installed it. But once you install it, it then has a little eyeball up here in your web browser, so that you need to have that extension so that it can attach your rubric to each essay. So everything is done in Google Sheets with Doctopus add-on and Goobric extension. I hope you guys find this of value. I know for me as a language arts teacher, it's really helped save time when grading things electronically. Thanks, Eagles. Keep up the awesome job.